Hi everyone, my name is Meera and I lead social media for Zoho. I'm going to talk about social selling today. So my goal for this session is to have more of you want to use the social features on Zoho CRM, and that's what we're going to talk about. So sales is what we're going to focus on in this session. And another thing I wanted to talk about before we start is that social media is not a magic wand. So I often speak to business owners, people managing social media for businesses who would say that, okay, I have my social account set up, but nothing's happening. It won't. Because you have to put in a lot of time and effort to actually make social media work for you. But for those of you who are salespeople, you would know that the same is true for sales as well, right? You need to put in time and effort to make it work for your business, and that's when you really see some impact of selling or social media activity. And then there's another thing that's common between social media and selling, and that is they're both about building relationships. So when it comes to social media, it's about connecting with people, getting to know them, getting to know what matters to them, and then engaging with them, staying in touch with them, building that relationship. And then that's what sales is about as well, right? Social selling is about building relationships. So you connect with people and you use the inputs from social media in your interactions to build better relationships. Over 90% of B2B buyers actually start their buying process online, which means most of your prospect buyers, a majority of your buyers, even before they speak to an actual salesperson, they already started their buying process online. That there's an important opportunity area there for you, which you should definitely look at tapping. So as I was telling one of you the other day when we were talking during the breakout session, the question is not whether we do social media. The question is how do we do social media for selling. And of course, sales reps who use social media are far more successful in their selling process than those who don't. So social media is really changing how we acquire customers. With the traditional sales process, it was more about cold calls, product demos, sales presentations, and most of you would be familiar with this. But when we add social media to the mix, social networks help you educate and engage your audience better, right? So you get to know them better. There was no affiliation. Now you know your audience. Also, the earlier traditional model was not as participative. It was more of a one-way process. And now it's a two-way process where you can engage your audience in a much better way. You can use inputs from social media in your interactions. So let's say you want to make a sale. You know this is a person you want to sell to. You may want to, give them a demo or a sales presentation. None of that is obsolete yet. The traditional sales model is still relevant, right? But what social media adds to the mix is that now you can go to their profile and you can see whether this is a good time to call this person. What kind of a day is my prospect having? Are they having a good day? What is happening in their life? Maybe somebody's just switched a job, right? So you use that input when you talk to them. Social media adds all these inputs and helps you convert your prospects into a sale. So this is the customer acquisition process. What I'm really saying is that the earlier traditional sales model is not obsolete. You just add social media to the mix and you make it a lot more interactive, you make it richer, and you're able to build better relationships. So traditional channels are not dead. It doesn't mean that phone and email are dead. They just need to be better integrated with social into your selling process. So instead of looking at a separate social media person or a separate social media team, your existing sales team needs to be there on social media, needs to be listening to what's happening in their prospects' lives and connect with them better, engage them better, and we look at how you can do all of that with Zoho CRM. There are various ways in which you can generate leads through social media, but you start with listening. So you listen to what your audience is saying. You listen to what your prospects are talking about. You get to understand what are the things that matter to them. You engage them in conversations. And then, of course, you share relevant content. We talked about content marketing yesterday during the Zoho social session. So that's also an important part of how you build your brand, right? You share content, and all of these ways help you generate leads on social media, all of them. And I'm going to show you some specific features on Zoho CRM. I know a lot of you are waiting for this part of the session. I'm going to show you how features on Zoho CRM can help you sell better. But like I said earlier, it's not a magic wand. You need to put in a lot of time and effort in building those relationships. And these features can definitely help you do that. But then you have to put in the time and effort. And some of the features that I'll be showing you now are actually not ready for a live demo, so I apologize for that. But I'm still going to give you a preview of what's coming so that you will know that these are the features that would be ready for you in a couple of months, and you will be able to sell better. So we start with listening and engaging. Some of you would have seen this if you've accessed the social tab in your CRM. This is the listening dashboard. The great thing about this social tab is that all your incoming tweets and posts, that is, tweets and posts that mention your brand, are already segmented for you. So with just one glance at this, you can tell whether an incoming post is from a lead or a contact, from a potential contact, or from a customer. So this segmentation is basis the status of the contact in your CRM system, right? So if you already have someone who is a contact in a CRM system, that will show under the leads category. If you added a potential to that contact, it will show under potential contact. If that person is already a customer, it will show under customer. So when you look at it, you already know where to focus on and who this post is from. We also have an unknown column. So this is for people who are not already mapped into your CRM system. So if somebody mentions you on Twitter or posts on your Facebook page and they're not already part of your CRM system, they'll be shown right here in the unknown column, and you can either add them as a new contact or you can associate them to an existing contact. You can also, this is a listening dashboard mainly, but you can also reply, retweet, favorite, engage people in conversations from right here. So this is really the one place where you can take care of all your social media activity that will help you sell. And this is how you add a lead or a contact from the unknown column. It's really simple. It's a 2-click process, that's all. You just click and enter the contact details of the contact, and it will get added as a contact in your CRM system. And it will show under the contact column that I showed earlier. So all the posts from this contact that you will get after you add them will be shown under the contact column. And of course, you can associate it to an existing contact or a lead. When you do that, it will show up a list of names that are similar to this name, and it will help you select the right contact to associate. You can also engage with your leads and prospects. Like I said, this is a very important part of the sales process where you not only listen, but you can follow them from the listening dashboard. You can reply to them, you can retweet, you can mark their tweet as favorite. If it's a post on your Facebook page, you can like and reply right from within this dashboard. And the more you engage, of course, the better your relationships will be. You can also create a potential from the social tab itself. You can do that. So there's one way where you can filter out noise further. We talked about how the social tab already segments every conversation, every live conversation in the order of whether it's from a contact, a lead, a potential, or a customer. But there's another way to filter this out further. Another very important feature that we wanted to talk about was the social search. This is basically a search of all the real-time conversations that are happening on Twitter right now. Facebook, as you know, is closed, but closed in the sense it does not let you search conversations that are not public because of privacy, right? But on Twitter, most of the content is already public. So you can do a real-time search of conversations that are happening on social media right now, right? And you should search for the keywords that are important for your business. For example, it could be the name of your business. It could be the name of your competitors. It could be an event that you're attending like Zoholics. Or it could be some other keywords that are important for your business. Like one of the keywords that we like to watch is CRM, of course, right? So you could set up search for keywords, and you could do that for multiple keywords as well. And finally, we talked about listening, we talked about engaging, creating content, But a very important part of building relationships is to have the right context. Rodrigo talked about that a little in his keynote, about how you need the CRM context in your conversation. Now, of course, you know that this person is already a contact or a lead, or this person is a customer, so you already know their status in the CRM system. But what about the other relevant information that you need from CRM? What we wanted to do was to give you a way to have all the contextual information that you need, so that you don't need to be switching back and forth between the social tab and the rest of your CRM system. While you're on the social tab, you can look at all this contextual information from your CRM system, and this will be available for you for each contact, lead, potential, or customer on your social tab. So just to summarize, the social tab is really the one-stop shop for social selling in your CRM. And our goal behind this is that you should be able to use the social tab in CRM. You don't need a third-party tool. You don't need any other app. You can just use the social tab in your CRM. And then we also want to give you an easier way to import your Twitter followers or people who are following on Twitter as leads and contacts. So we are also working on that. You can expect all that to come really soon. Thank you.